Hello and welcome back to Assetto Corsa Competizione. This is now the 5th video on ACC I've uploaded to my channel, and that's because this is the 5th Early Access Release Edition. It is of course version 0.5.0, although there has been a couple of hot fixes now, so the version might have changed. Nonetheless, what matters is that they have added in the new Zolder Jag G3 car and a new laser scanned circuit Zolder. So if you don't know what the track Zolder is and you haven't seen it before, it's actually a really cool track, and I can't wait to jump in and give it a bit of a go. So I'm not going to go through too much in terms of the change log. They have added so many new things. ABS has been updated, there's all kinds of things, inertia calculations been updated, so they're constantly working still on the physics of the car, the grip of the tyres, the way certain aids work. I'm not going to go through them all now. I will put a link in the description to the Steam community page where it does have the change log, so feel free to read through that. But in the meantime, what I'm going to do is a quick 10-minute race against some AI, and I've done a little bit of practice, hopefully enough to get away with this race. I don't know how I'm going to go, we'll find out soon enough, but hopefully you do enjoy it. Remember to leave a like, hit subscribe if you're new around here. There'll be plenty more ACC content coming up, especially once the game has actually launched. But I'll put the link to the previous videos that I've done, so the other 4 will be down in the description of this video, and obviously I'll continue to follow the early access release program right up until the release of the game. But anyway, I'm going to jump over to a race. Hopefully you do enjoy it. Thank you for watching, and we'll talk again soon. And welcome to a 10-minute race around the new circuit of Zolder in the new car, which is of course the Jag. Was a slow down light. I was on the brakes unfortunately for the start, but I've got a good run on anyway. These tyres are just awful when they're cold, and you better believe they're going to be as cold as you'll ever see them. Almost a bit of contact on the right hand side. Whew. It takes about a lap or so for these tyres to actually hook up and get a bit of temperature in them, and until that time they just do not grip the way you would like. It feels very slippery. Actually quite a good run out of there. Oh, he's just given me enough space. That's a really good run actually. This is a sketchy place. I'll go back to first, too wide. Old mate next to me bounces over the curb. Might have been a slight kiss there, but no contact worth talking about. I've got the inside line here. Yes, I managed to hold it out. That's what you'd like to see. Oh, a lot of understeer through there that I don't like to see. So I'm up to 4th, obviously a pretty good start from a 7th position. What I need to do now is focus. Oh, that was messy. That was awful, and I've lost a lot of time there. I really need to knuckle down, push hard to see if I can catch Seb and finish on the podium. That grip is starting to come to the tyres now. You can really feel it. At the start of the race, it is just horrendous. I did not get turn 1. Turn 1 is so hard. The front straight is very busy in terms of signs and other paraphernalia. I'm trying to see the braking marker and pick the right point. Then you got to get the right tip-in point. The corner itself sharpens. But I actually did a particularly bad job on that occasion. Okay, so the gap currently looks like it's about 4.9 seconds from the leader. But it does look like I'm visibly getting closer to 3rd position, to old Seb up there. So we'll keep pushing on, see if we can bridge the gap. This particular chicane there, the first part's not too bad, but the second part tightens so much. And if you do not slow down enough, you just run wide. Hard on the brakes. I got it just about spot on that time round. Yes, and we could be on here. So I think I cleared the person behind me just with enough time to be able to get on and pursue these guys. Try and squeeze that throttle on to get maximum drive on the front straight. So that time I missed the apex by an absolute mile, and I found myself in the dirt. So I've done it. Oh, and I've missed the apex there too. Come on, tyres, give us some grip. Might be a little bit of dirt, residual dirt and gravel left on my front tyre, because I tipped in and it did not hook up at all, and I'm still struggling with understeer. That is just understeered straight off the track. This is not going to help me. I have noticed my front left-hand tyre down the bottom corner is yellow, so things perhaps not looking so good for my tyre wear. Maybe a few too many lock-ups. All I can do for now is charge on, see if I can bridge this gap. Maybe try and sneak a podium. I am now 4 seconds behind, so it's not looking great, but again, not too bad. But yeah, I might be overheating that front left just a little bit, I think. So run wide on the grass again. Have a look at this front straight, how busy it is. Try and find the brake markers. They're on the left-hand side there. There's the 100 sign as I go past it. Oh, and that time I've tipped in too early. Turned in even. I'm not on a motorbike now.
We are halfway through. Keep it up.
Mid-race distance. We'll see how this goes from here. Visually, it does look like I've just maybe gained just a little bit on him, so I might not be out of this quite yet. And if I catch third, I'll catch second, because they do seem to be travelling together at the moment. The curbs here just so aggressive. But it's a lovely track, Zolder. I'm a fan of the track anyway. And Assetto Corsa Competizione has certainly put in a good job here. The car itself, the Jag, it feels wonderful. It's a little bit understeery, but I think all the cars in Assetto Corsa feel a little bit understeery, like they could just have a bit more grip at the front end. I, of course, have not put any kind of setup on this car. This is literally just from the main menu into a quick race, grab the Jag, grab the Zolder, no setups loaded, run what you brung. And I think that's the best way to test cars in their initial stages, obviously later on down the track. I think I am actually gaining a little bit here. Missing the apex there doesn't really help. I have way too much fuel in the car. That is one thing I've just thought of as a detriment to myself. You can see up the top left hand side there is 3 laps remaining. Oh, I just nicked that, so I might actually run out of time, but I've got 47 litres left. That's down the bottom right hand corner near the tacho and speedo. I will push on as hard as I can to try and bridge this gap. Pinch a third or a second. Got the try hard pants on now. I have some 17 laps of fuel left, so even more evidence that I haven't mixed or messed with the stock settings at all. 2.5 minutes remaining. This one is going to be really close, because I think I might bridge that gap at the end of the race as I run deep into the final chicane, which prevents me from getting on the gas early enough onto the front straight, bouncing across the grass. This is getting intense. I might just catch him. It's a better turn one. I decided halfway through to go back to second, and it was the right decision. Oh, that's not good though. Tantalisingly close. I can taste a podium finish here. I've just got to keep it together. Push on. I've managed a 132 in race, which is not too bad. So I'm really only about a second behind now, about 1.1 seconds. These two obviously fighting has helped me. That's not a good line through there. Again, it affects how soon I've been able to get on the gas. But I've had a fairly good run up the hill and I'm actually bridging the gap now. Whoa, there we go. So I've got all my catch up done in one braking marker. I'll follow the Bentley for now and hopefully if I can get a decent slipstream on the front straight. The Bentley will in fact... Oh, sideways there. It looked like a really good hookup. Actually, I was punching hard. And look at that Bentley go. Back to second again for first, and it seems to work quite well. That's not the corner to do it on. See if we can get a good run out of this. Switch to the left-hand side, use a little bit of grass and gravel. That's getting a bit naughty. It's going to be a bit of a...
Final lap down. Give it all you can.
Hasn't worked out for me. I'm running out of time now. This is going to be the final lap of the race. Pushing on as hard as I can. Oh, he's made a little mistake himself. I sacrifice a bit of corner entry speed to get a better exit. See if I can go all the way around the outside of him here and set myself up in the braking zone. It's late on the brakes. I'll park my car on the curb and there's very little he can do about that but yield the position. Unfortunately, I'm just going to be a little bit too far back to do anything about second. Pretty decent run through the last chicane, but so did he. Got a bit of a toe. It's not going to matter.
Excellent job, mate. P3, you're on the podium. Now bring it back home safely.
But that is a podium, and that was good fun. Absolutely love this track, Zolder. This car, the Zolder Jag, is sensational. So definitely worth checking out. I'm really excited for what Assetto Corsa Competizione could be. Whew, that was good fun.